Loading snacks.
What's up, everybody? Y'all know what time it is at this point. Myself, Sin, along with Gabby, along with Noah, we are back for the Lotus Snacks Anime Chat Podcast, episode 17. We are having a nice little run right now, and I'm proud of us for keeping it going and keeping it strong. I'm good. How are y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling?
Good. I'm great.
Yes,
Almost
Just
at 20.
scarfed down a sandwich in less than 45 seconds.
he really did. He said give him 15, gave him that little 45, but he pulled it off.
I haven't eaten, and I was getting ready, and then we had to solve the driveway real quick, and then I'm like, let me come in and just get ready. I was like, I'll eat after, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna be pissed during if I don't eat right now.
Yeah, just get some of your system
no,
right now.
never eat after.
Yeah.
Always eat before or during.
Yes, one or the other. But you know what? Let's not waste any time. Let's on this inauguration day. Let's just get into it and talk about some anime. Have a little fun. What do y'all say?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So Noah, what do we need to know about?
All right, news this week. We got some funny news, but
okay.
we're gonna start with some. Well, actually, this is pretty funny. Y'all ready? All right, y'all ready to hear IGN's rating for Sakamoto Days?
Oh, please. I know it's trash. It's
go.
IGN. I know it's trash, whatever they say.
Tell us.
I didn't even read it. I was waiting to read it to y'all. Have y'all?
Okay.
All right. Out of 10, what do y'all think it is?
Them? They gave it nothing higher than a 5. Easy.
You think they
I'm
give it
thinking
a
4.
5? IGN likes anime.
They do?
I don't.
They don't give the best ratings, but they like anime.
I'm gonna say 6.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I don't really know a number. They're gonna go between like a 4 and a 6. I could see them going anywhere in that range.
Sticking with 6.
All right. Yes, they gave it a 6. They gave it a 6 out of 10. And they gave a very lengthy review. But the verdict is
okay.
There's only 3
Sakamoto Days
lengthy review.
has the potential to be a standout shonen anime, a tale of a retired assassin trying to settle down to ordinary life that's brimming with the winning, if not always well-balanced combination of inventive action and side-splitting comedy. There's an infectious chemistry between its characters, despite neither the Japanese nor English dub cast making a strong first impression. Huh?
What?
Continue.
Huh? I don't know about English, but the Japanese been killing it. What? And that's one of my favorite voice actresses in there. Well, to be honest, there's nothing really to go crazy on. So I don't even know what type of review that is. But
yeah,
it's IGN. However, its premiere episode is held back by a slow burn start, a confused tone, and a lackluster translation.
How the hell is that a slow burn start?
Panache and artistry.
First of all, what was that word?
Panache. P-A-N-A.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's how I'm spelling it.
That's it.
P-A-N-A.
I'm saying flat out, they're wrong.
Flamboyant, confident, or a style or manner of style.
Okay, well, they're wrong.
Yeah, voice acting was fine.
I will say this.
Crazy yet.
I will say this. It's not exactly like the source content, but the source content doesn't really have very strong art. The art is pretty good, but it's not crazy. So that being said, the vibe had to be created a little bit by the studio, which I think they've done a great job.
So far, yes. Yes, I don't know what the hell they're talking about
of the source content. They're talking about translating from the source content. I am very confused, which I hate. I have qualms about this with solo leveling, but we'll talk about it later. Why they cut out in the first chapter, there's a mission where he saves his wife, and in current time. And I'm confused why it was like a little introductory mission, and she's kind of chilling, and then some stuff happens. I won't say too much, but it's funny because she's like, why aren't you worried? And she's like, he's gonna save me anyways. And I was like, yo, best wife.
I can see something like that coming later.
That would be a good one then.
Yeah, it happens, and I'm like, where is this? I don't know why they cut it out, but it's like a good,
I feel like that's something that they're gonna add
maybe
later.
chapter or 2 of a story. And they just completely cut out, and they skipped a few chapters to get to this part where this third character is introduced, or fourth character, whatever.
6 though.
Maybe that's why they did it. because they wanted to get her in
I-
as soon as possible.
I honestly can't. I couldn't say why you would skip that content. I can't say why.
I feel like just hearing what it's about, I feel like they'll add it in somehow within an episode. Like
the way
a
it's
Probably.
looking,
flashback or
it's
something like that.
possible because I'm pretty sure that story where he saved his wife that Shin saw, I'm pretty sure that happened later, but I can't remember because now it's confusing me because the story didn't start this way. It was like the first chapter, the stuff with Shin happened, the stuff where he beat the mob boss, and then the very next thing that happens is daily life and his wife, and some stuff happens. I won't say too much.
Right.
But the funny part that I noted, I was like, okay, I like his wife, because at first I was like, I don't like characters that kind of hold the MC back. They're kind of annoying. But then I was like, after this, she was like, I ain't worried. And he's like, why aren't you worried? She's like, he's gonna save me anyways. I was like, she knows her man. I was like, okay. So
She's like,
then
I just
after
have
that,
to
I
sit
was
here
like,
and wait, and I'll be fine.
Exactly. That was the energy she was giving.
She gave that crazy energy off of the second episode.
This is
She
true.
did,
I do
but-
really like her as a character.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but that's what
That's
said.
interesting. Okay.
Well, IGN's review is not entirely correct.
Agreed.
Definitely not. Next we have Freeren's animator, one of Freeren's animator named Maple Star. The weeboos out there will probably know. Worked on a version of a Freeren hentai, or can you say that word?
Well, you just
Adult animated film. And I think you can. And her name is Maple Star. She's like renowned for her other ecchi projects that she's done, like 18 plus projects, but she also did work on Freeren, and then it's just interesting that she worked on a Freeren hentai, so not much news about that.
Doesn't seem
it's out there
surprising at all.
It really doesn't surprise me as soon as I heard hentai and free rent. It was like,
right.
They kind of
do
has
your research for yourself if you
Freeren
you
people
better not
love
be
their feet.
writing
That's all
nothing
I'm
down.
gonna say. They love their feet.
Do your research if you care. I'm not presenting y'all freak leaks with any links.
Go find it for yourself.
Trust me, it's quite easy to find.
Do your Googles.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But there's not much news about that. Next, we got Rent a Girlfriend. We'll have 24 episodes. They've announced.
Peak
They're
trash
still going?
romance. Let's go. Yes.
My romance of the year. Yes.
Yes. It is so fun to watch that with us, Gabby. We get so frustrated watching it in a good way.
I heard.
It's fun.
But last season was sentimental because it was about what's her name's mom, who was not her mom, her grandma, who was really sick in the hospital, and then that part pissed me off even more.
That's never doing the movie, right?
In there so much, huh?
That's never doing the movie at the end.
Yeah, that's when he did the movie for her.
Yeah.
And then she was supposed to see it, but she was sick.
So
he brought it to her. Yeah. So that's happening. That'll be exciting.
Okay.
The first core will be on July 1st, and I don't know. I didn't see if it was going to be ongoing or separate times, but
if they're already saying first core, I'm guessing they might split them up.
Well, it's slice of life, so it might keep going. They call everything core now, even if it's ongoing of 24 episodes. They'll just call it the first core, and then they're doing that with Kenshin, but it was just ongoing.
It's a fun word now. It's a buzzword.
It's an annoying word for me, honestly, because I'm like, it's one season. It's not a damn. What the hell is a core? It's a one season.
I said they just did that with what's the name too.
Like, what is what shows call something a core? Like, what is that? It's so weird.
It's a new.
What the hell is a core? Like, anyways, got me tight.
I can tell.
Next we have I'm trying to decide what to talk about next. This note I have is so funny. Next we have Alice in Wonderland movie announced. I actually think I have news for this right here.
I did see that on the timeline.
Yes, Japanese studio. Actually, let me, before I read this, bring up their anime list, because I only know one. I can only remember one that they worked on, but they're really popular. So, Japanese anime studio PA Works is set to release Japan's first anime film adaptation of Lewis Carroll's timeless childhood novel, Alice Adventures in Wonderland, titled Fushigi no Kuni de Alice, or
Alice in
with
Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, Dive in Wonderland. The movie will debut in Japanese theaters on August 29th, 2025, so pretty soon. This reimagining takes a fresh approach, centering on the rise of modern-day girl voiced by Nanako Hara, known for her roles as Suzume and Oshinoko. Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Let me see who Nanako Hara is. Do I know her?
You know, an anime rendition of
Yeah,
Alice in
another
Wonderland could be pretty trippy.
Yeah,
Pretty
it looks
interesting.
like.
Something like that before.
Say again.
Haven't they already done something with the Alice in Wonderland theme for anime or anime manga before? Because it's definitely not the first thing that I've heard or
Anime?
seen.
I
For
can't
sure.
say I've heard of something from anime, but I know that being an animated series, a lot more Japanese studios worked on animated series than we think, like back from our childhood, and
Mhm.
that may be the case. I don't know. I can't say I've heard of one before.
I definitely know
What
I've
about
read
you,
some
Lo?
Alice in Wonderland themed manga, but I don't know if any of them have had anime. So I'll have to go back and look at that.
Yeah, it definitely
Okay.
is one of the most inspirational stories. So
Mhm.
it's really
Interesting.
has a lot of inspirational, a lot of like stories. So I could see that for sure. And
Kind of
PA
really
works as
interested in seeing the
go
first
ahead.
teaser. Like whenever they get ready to release it, I'm interested in seeing like what the first teaser or trailer looks like.
Yeah. So I have a you'll have the screenshot, but it's like Paper Mario style. So you know how
Oh,
Paper Mario was
Interesting.
like
Yeah.
himself, but then everything around him was kind of like Paper Mario. That's all I can see in the clip. Like even the cat looks like a sticker. You know what I mean? And like
Interesting.
how Paper Mario style. I can't really see, but from the screenshot, you'll see it'll pop up for everyone. But
Yeah.
it's Paper Mario style. So
That's making sense. I figured they would do something with it being Alice in Wonderland, kind of trippy with it. You know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
exploring different things like that. Interesting. I want to see where they take
Yeah.
it.
And that's PA Works. They've done stuff such as Akiba Made War, which is fire. Gabby, you'd actually adore this anime. It's about
hmm.
Yakuza maids that kill the hell out of each other. Like they actually kill each other
Yeah.
so brutally and horribly. And it's a
What show?
12 episode anime. It's called Akiba Made
I
War.
keep it made war.
And it's about this girl who basically wants to be a regular maid. Like obsessed with cafe maids, wants to be a regular maid. And when she joins the maid cafe, she finds out that they're Yakuzas.
Yep.
And like the first meeting she goes to, people are like shooting each other with guns and stuff like that. It's very
Didn't I
interesting.
watch an episode or two
I
of
think you
this
did.
with you guys?
I think you
With
did.
us?
Matter of fact, I know she did. She did.
With us?
Yeah.
Yes. When it was
Oh,
first
really?
airing. Yeah.
hmm
Okay. That the
Yeah.
ending of this
And then I
series, the way
promptly
it
forgot
ended,
about it.
it's
I never
so
finished it. I need to
captivating.
finish it. I got like halfway
You
through it.
didn't?
Yeah, I got like halfway
The
through it.
way it ended, they have this one slow-mo smack where she beats the somebody. I'll let y'all watch it, but she comes in and like, ew, smack one of the people, and it was just the main character went so crazy. It's so funny. But yeah, they do that. They do Buddy Daddies, which is also great. They
Fire.
I love
do
Buddy Daddies.
Mm-hmm.
Kong Ming, or not Kong Ming. Yeah, your boy Kong Ming, which is also great.
I heard.
They do the aquarium anime, which has wonderful animation. So they got a lot of stuff under their belt. They
Okay.
do another.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we gotta look out for that.
So look for that. Yeah. And other
Nice.
movie news, we have The Witcher 3, or The Witcher, not The Witcher 3, The Witcher Sirens of the Deep, which is the second Witcher movie, will be animated on Netflix starting available on Netflix starting February 11th. The story follows Geralt, who is hired to investigate attacks on a coastal village.
Okay. For the
Did you
Witcher
watch the first
fans
one?
out there. No, I have really. We might as well say I've never played a Witcher. I tried with the second game, but it was one of those things where they put it on the Xbox, but they didn't change it from like a PC how to play it. So the gameplay was absolute garbage, and I just couldn't get into it. And then I have 3. I just
Well, the Witcher
played
2,
the beginning.
I don't know if it's that it's the PC, it's that their fighting combat is really different from anything else. It takes a
Yeah, it
while
was.
to get used to their combat.
Yeah, I keep telling myself one day I'll finally go through 3. Like I have it. have all
The
the
third
DLC.
one,
Just
the absolute best of all of them. I put it on the same level as Skyrim as far as a video game, like a storyline RPG. In fact, as far as a storyline RPG that follows a character, it's my favorite one. Like I'll say Skyrim's probably my favorite RPG creator character, but one that follows like Assassin's Creed or whatever.
yeah.
Witcher 3 is definitely my favorite of all time. The story is so good. Background characters. He has like 3 lovers during it, so it's so much drama. It's a lot of lore to it, and he lives a long life, and they go through all that lore. The show was good. The first season was good. The animated movie is tough.
I watched the first episode of the Netflix one.
Of the Netflix one?
Yeah, I watched the very first when it drops. I got at least watch the first episode. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was tough.
The animation and stuff is crazy. The CG and stuff. So yeah, the lore on it's really cool. The first movie was great. I can't honestly remember anything. I just remember really enjoying it. So I'm gonna rewatch it, and I'm definitely gonna watch the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's definitely. I was telling Benny too. That's something y'all should for real get into. Is one day playing The Witcher 3 and lock in on the story when you play because it's good. Like even the books on the wall will correlate to the story going. You know what I mean? Side quests and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Okay. I might have to add that to my 2025 games I want to play and complete in 2025. Might add that one to it.
It's one of my top 3 recommended all-time games for sure.
All right, Vicious, stop screaming.
Next, unfortunate news for leaks. Author dismissed fake news that No Game No Life is getting a season 2. It's not. Okay.
I need to sit down and watch that. I keep hearing people.
It's not even worth it.
And like they are waiting for this to come back.
Mad out there. It's mid.
I've heard you say that before.
It's decent. It's decent. I literally had to like stop watching it, then I rewatched it, and I love like series like that. But maybe if you're like super into Classroom of the Elite, then you'll like it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or a regular Magic High School.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. It's just nothing that's like people are like, we need it back. I'm like, give me like 20 other anime before that back.
I mean, it's really pretty. I'll give it that. I mean,
Yeah,
I've always liked the art style and the colors and everything used, but I mean, I don't think the stories too stand out.
Yeah, not at all.
And sometimes people get weird with the relationships.
Yep. Sorry, we said it here. No Game No Life is 7.2 out of 10. Sorry.
Not even a 7.5, 7.2.
I won't give it a 7.5. That's too close to 8. But I give it a 7.2.
I do have it. Okay. Only 12 episodes? Oh, I could crush that in no time.
Yeah. That's correct.
Okay.
And it's good. Like, it is good. It's just like, it gives me the same vibes I get watching any of the seasonal show, isekais or, you know what I'm saying? It's just a little more, it's just a little better. Like the story.
I can see what you mean by the art style too, the colors and stuff like that.
Yeah, art style's dope.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean it's never getting a season 2. I won't completely poop on y'all, but as of right now, it's not.
There's nothing official as of yet. So dead on that.
Oh my god, I'm so sad. You get like 400 anime a season. Get over it. All right.
Find something new.
You know. And other leak news. Yes, there is. There's a lot of somethings. In other leak news, Kaiju number 8 is coming to Fortnite. So that leak was.
I don't care about that.
With 2 characters. And I'm gonna have to play Kafka. But they're putting my favorite character in the series, Shinomiya. She's the little blonde hair girl who's the daughter of the head.
The axe, yeah.
The
axe was amazing.
Her, yes, it was. I love that about her design. They're putting her and Kafka in the game.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're gonna put they usually put an ability with the anime characters they put in the game. So maybe he'll have a super punch, like a All Might punch. That would be cool.
Something like that, yeah. I'm trying to think of what it would be, but that's the best I can think of was a punch.
Yeah.
Punch. Yeah.
Yep. That's about it. So that'll be cool, Fortnite fans. I have Fortnite, and I honestly would pay for that experience just for that one. So next we got some One Piece news.
Hey.
One Piece soon. The Dub will be caught up with the sub,
Okay.
Mhm.
which means that
Nice.
they'll release simultaneously.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, for those
It's been
people.
a
I
long
know.
time since that happened.
Yeah, I know a bunch of friends that watch One Piece in dub for some reason. Most of them are
I
older than
I will never.
Jesus, but
Mm-mm.
That's one of those I can't go back and forth between sub and dub.
Nope.
and
one
One
of
Piece.
the
I can't.
I'm not sure why,
There's
but I
one
actually
answer.
know a good amount of friends that watch One Piece in dub. And
Bless their souls. They
um
don't know.
I know, right? I
They
know.
don't know.
They don't know the true experience.
Hey, just look at it like
Um
at least they're in and they're watching it at least. So
hey,
they're
that's what I'm
boosting the
saying.
numbers on
I
it.
can
So.
talk to them about it. So
Yeah,
yep.
exactly. So
Yeah.
So that'll be cool for you dub heathens. Y'all will be able to see
stop the slander.
your
Come on now. Stop the slander.
that wasn't I wasn't trying to point in
More.
the sorry Gabby, I wasn't trying to point in the elbows or anything, but
Yeah. I watch both and I'm proud of it. Not on every anime. Not on every one.
all right.
No wonder you don't have any time.
Right, for real.
I don't watch them at the same time. You
You
know,
never know.
Man watches one episode and then the very next.
like I said, I get the opportunity to interview these people, so I need to hear what they're talking about. What they, if they're doing good or not. So
That's fair.
kind of got no
I
choice.
watch a clip or two. I don't need 1,000 episodes of you. That's a lie. But the one I did like that with is Trigun. Trigun, I went back and forth between English and I literally did every other episode, and both of them are just so good. Another One Piece news is, I'm gonna send y'all this picture so we can talk about it. The live action crew has shown some more cast. Check the chat, and also you can use that screenshot so the people out there can see. But we got Chess, we got Ippon, we got Igaram, we got KM, we got Miss Golden Week, and we got Dragon.
I know Dragon, yeah.
Nice.
This is gonna be so interesting just to see it in live action.
Dragon looks great.
Yeah.
Igaram is black?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just noticed that.
Hell yeah.
That's gonna be interesting because I could probably see some people getting mad about that. But
people
like,
get mad about anything. So
I mean, that's true. I mean, he'll probably end up good. I don't know that actor, but if he does a good job, I'm game.
Nah, I don't care. I
Like-
mean, I don't care. It's not even about a race thing, but I think if the character is too far off from what they look like, then it's just like that's what a casting is for, to make them look like the role. So it's like I definitely don't want to give any fuel to those idiots out there who are, oh, that character's not my favorite skin color. That's not what I'm saying. But if a character is like pale, and then you're like, you know what I'm saying, you make a Middle Eastern dude or a black guy, then it's just like, I mean, he's doing a good job acting, but like it's not the vision. It's not the perfect vision. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. I
need to see
like, I'm not gonna lie, if they cast a Naruto black, I'd be like, that's dope, but like he's not black. He's not black. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. You have a fair point.
It's such a large contrast. It's such a large contrast.
I need to see how they do him up with the makeup and the outfit and everything. I need to.
I'll have to look up to see
coming.
what this guy is. Yeah.
Yeah.
See how it all comes together.
The dragon face to me looks like that'll be cool.
Yeah,
he looks Hispanic, and I like that vibe.
Yeah. So they all look, like each other. So that's perfectly fine.
I
think everybody else.
KM's guy looks like he's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
I think everybody else is fine as far as placing him with the character. I think everybody else looks fine.
Yeah.
I want to see the build of who's gonna play Igaram. I want to see his build because Igaram's like a big guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably gonna be souped up in, costume and stuff regardless.
Probably but that'll help.
I mean, what's name was a big guy too. Arlong. We see how they did him. So
that's very true. Yeah, they can do that.
As long as he's not like 4'8".
Yeah.
That would not be good.
Further we get down this
heels
One
can
Piece
only
rabbit
do
hole.
so much.
Yeah.
As soon as we get down this rabbit hole of One Piece, sizes, heights, all start getting all over the place. So
Yeah.
That's very true because Luffy is a normal sized human, and most people nowadays are not normal sized anything.
no.
Yeah. I always
Gotta get
wonder
close.
about One Piece if when Oda started writing, did he use, because this is how I perceived it, and I just accepted it to
Mhm.
be true as one of those things. I was like, oh, he's doing this. But I thought initially when I was really young that the sizes in One Piece were just like his artist portrayal of intimidation, like how he
Mhm.
showed, because
I can see that.
usually when you show like a new introduction, they'd even be taller than like when they're just regularly talking to you. You know what I mean? Like sometimes
Mhm.
they'd show someone they look like they're 18 feet, but next to them they look like they're maybe 10 feet. You know what I mean? And I feel
Yeah.
like
How
that
they do
was
the
his
camera
way,
angles.
because the what's the stuff called, the notes that they write about the details of One Piece, what's it called, that they release every so often? Y'all out there know what
Like
it's
the
called, but I
character
forget what it's called.
bios,
Yeah, no, yeah, it's in a book and I forget what it's called, but they release them every so often. They're called the
art
I
books.
forget, but the fans know what I'm talking about. And this is usually where the fans
Yeah.
start arguing, because they'll release details of like, oh, this character 16, but those didn't come out until much later after One Piece was initially written. So that's why I always wonder if that's what he initially
Is it the
did
data books?
to like show. Yeah, they're the data books, but they're SBS. That's what they're called, the SBS. Yes, the data books. And
Okay.
they didn't come out till much later. So I'm wondering if initially was he actually planning to make everyone 16, 18 feet, or was he planning to just show really intimidating characters and then kind of went with it as he wrote? You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Interesting.
But anyways, next in the news, we have Dan Machi's returning February 7th with a double episode. And I hope so, because
Yeah.
it's only 4 left and they was
Yeah.
gone for some months out of nowhere. So I hope you at least give us something.
Yeah.
So
Especially when you left us hanging at. Come on, don't do that.
I know that was
Don't
such
do
a
that.
good arc,
Yeah.
and we just couldn't close it out. I'm gonna have to like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch these weekly. I might have to wait till it drops and rewatch the whole, because it's
I
lost a
just
little bit of its magic now. Might have to go back through it.
I feel you.
But
I might just need to get those last 4, then just watch all those together.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see how I'm feeling when it drops. They told us they would give us Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid news, and they did. And
They
the movie's
did.
releasing in Japan cinemas on June 27th.
All right. So Gabby, I catch up by then. So when it does get released over here,
Sounds good.
we'll be able to watch it together.
I'll
Is
do
this
And I
that.
gotta
gonna
do the
come in
same thing.
theaters over here? I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna come in
I'm
theaters
wish
over here.
I know it's Kobayashi Dragon Man. It's just wishful thinking. I'm hoping that we can just get more stuff over here, even if it's
Yeah.
only in the theater for like a weekend or something, just to go and just pull up and represent, and show the people that we want this
Man,
stuff
I
in
might
theaters
want to
over here.
watch this one at home, man. This one a slice of life. I mean, if y'all find a time and y'all go, I'll go with y'all.
If it
But
comes out over here. So,
right,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go out my way for Miss Kobe. It was dope, but they didn't show me enough of them action episodes to think that's what's gonna happen in
look,
this movie. It could be a whole cafe run.
it
Could be a slice of life
it
cafe movie.
could.
Yeah,
You know what?
literally.
We have to look at the trailer to get
Yeah,
a
facts.
inkling
We
if
gotta see
something.
the
Yeah.
trailer before I say
Yeah.
movie. $20. Yeah. So and the last bit of news. Oh, I was trying to tell y'all this earlier, but this is funny. My information, I mean my reminder on this note is more information on man who killed man in stairwell thought he was Ichigo. That's my
Back down.
note.
What?
Yes.
What?
So a man
Explain.
killed somebody and because he thought he was Ichigo.
Oh, he was high as hell. He was on some bath salts or something. Just kill a dude in the stairwell because you think you Ichigo? That ain't make sense.
Where did this happen?
It'd be one thing if you said Tokyo Ghoul or something.
I think
like
it
that,
happened in America. I forgot. I was reading the article and I was wondering where it happened, and then I forgot to check. But I know that. So basically, what happened was
you
the
thought he was
man
a
kills a
hollow?
man in a stairwell. Right. The man killed a man in a stairwell. This happened in 2017. So this is
Okay.
like further information on a case that already existed. He's
Okay.
serving life in prison right now. But they found out more information because he's schizophrenic, and now the case is going to the Supreme Court. Why? I'm not sure. He's already serving life.
That was my
But
first guess.
It's going to Supreme Court, and what was shown at the Supreme Court is Bleach. On the TV at the Supreme Court, anime has made it to the Supreme Court, people. You've done it, weebs. You nerds have officially been so strung out. No, actually, let me stop.
Somehow I believe this is not the first time.
And somebody did lose their life. So
he's schizophrenic. So I'm not gonna make fun of him. But this is unfortunate. And actually, I don't even know if it's true because that's what the lawyers pled for him. So, but I'm assuming so. If he thought he was Ichigo, that he's
that's a random anime to do that to somebody. Like it doesn't even
so funny.
It doesn't even
that
compute.
They showed at the Supreme Court.
Like what they show, like an episode or like the intro or something.
I'm not sure, but it says I think I actually have.
I hope they showed an intro and just the intro.
I saw this.
They're not going to get shit from that.
None.
Right. I saw this on the way in, and I was like, "Bro, I gotta add this to the news." Hang on. It says. Yeah, now he's gone to the Supreme Court, which was recently shown a video from a Japanese animated series called Bleach, 366 episodes of which first ran on TV Tokyo between 2004 and 2012. It just showed a video from Bleach, but still showed Bleach because he thought he was Ichigo. And apparently he's schizophrenic, so pray for him and the family of those who lost. But that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And a little bit of anime news. So that's all the news we got.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, that was one way to take it out.
Yeah, that's the ending for y'all this week.
No, definitely has some funny ones in there. Thank you.
Maybe they'll find some more anime related murder for next week.
Let's not keep anime related murder trend going forward. Let's not do
people
that.
Are killing them.
Anime related trend. I already have someone.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
You know the Yandere
murdered for
killer?
anime?
Well, it's kind of an anime trip. She was the Yandere killer.
The Yandere killer? Oh, she was big gone. What in the world? So
she was a
mean girls?
She was a girl. I think this is over in Japan. She started really liking and supporting. They have the host and the hostess bars over there.
Yeah.
She started supporting her host and wanting to date him and spend all her money on him, everything. And then she just became so crazy. She killed him one day in the hotel room, and he tried to get away and dragged his body into the elevator. Got downstairs, and she's just sitting in the lobby with his body covered in blood.
First of all,
and she has
how did you just
on
get
the
murdered
internet
like
that people want that. People are fan over her, as it happens for almost a lot of killers. And
that's
stuff.
the yandere trope.
Fan clubs. Yep.
I thought you meant yandere killer like she killed yanderes.
I thought she did first.
She is the yandere.
Yeah, I thought that's what she meant too. She was going around just killing random girls.
I was like, she went and killed Lindsay Lohan. She's just killing me.
No.
Is that all she's doing?
Yeah, people did fan art of her and everything.
Oh
I'm looking it up right now. It's damn shame. She was cute. Oh well. No, sir.
Cute. So were the baby's tears that were crying because their dead father.
Thankfully, the child wasn't a father, so
just a host.
For not being able to escape that, your survival instincts are on an all-time low. Probably
he was asleep. So yeah, I think so.
That makes
sense. I remember correctly.
She probably got a good one in his spine.
She kind of paralyzed him, and then she was literally just above him with a knife. So he tried.
Yeah, should have hip thrust.
This happened a while ago. So.
He didn't take any MMA. Get her ass off, and then
it's too late by then. It's too late by then. We've seen enough Thriller Park to know, it probably went very bad for him. Yeah. So speaking of killing, let's talk about Thriller Park. Higurashi. We finished the cotton drifting arc last week. Did you catch up, Noah?
I'm not caught up to this week yet.
Gabby, what did you
watch?
Yeah. What did you think about the
Oh,
closing
gosh.
of the cotton drifting arc?
The closing was good. The entirety of this arc, not a fan. It was
Gotcha.
way too slow, and I could not tell at any point where they were going. The build, I mean, we want some good build up. And with these
Mhm.
short stories, I know it's hard, but
Mhm.
it's just like it was like kind of slow, normal. Last like episode and a half, boom, death. Like everyone's going crazy. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Like all these things are coming to play, and I don't know what's going on. It was good, but it didn't make sense.
it
Honestly,
was a little tougher to follow than the first arc was.
yeah.
A slower build than the first arc was. I think that probably hurt this arc a little bit because we came in
Yeah.
so hot with the first one, and this one, even though all those elements were there, it just felt more slowed down and more kind of building up the curse type of deal. But I
Mhm.
thought it did end on a very wild high note. Like you said,
Yes.
that last episode and a half, yeah, they went there on that. And then we started the next one, the first 2 episodes of the next arc, which was older brother.
Yes.
This one, I think, is off to a stronger start than the last one is.
I agree with you on that.
With this reset this time around, I don't like. I'm calling him the pervy doctor. Like they kind of just rolled over that, but he said some. He mentioned
Right
things
off the
he
bat,
should.
as soon as we met him, he's like, "Gonna, marry her." I'm like,
What
"She's
is she?
12."
Yeah, like she's like 12, dude, and he's like, I'm waiting for the joke. Yeah, I'm waiting for the joke, and it doesn't come. Even though the main character is looking at him like, dude, that is so freaking weird and creepy, and he's just like, whatever, just back to being a coach and a doctor. I'm like, nah, we're not just gonna let that pass, and they just
Hmm.
did. Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that with each story, it seems like we're actually getting more character development, which is probably what they were saying. But like, first story was rushed. Second story too slow, but we had good characters, new characters, character development. This
Mm-hmm.
one, I think they might are getting it kind of right off the jump with both introducing new characters, giving us development, but also giving us information about older characters and
Mm-hmm.
still progressing in a decent like timing. So I don't know how long this arc is. Do you remember? It's like 4 episodes, 5 episodes,
5.
5. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so they
Yeah.
have a decent amount of time for this one. So we'll have to see how they wrap it up.
Yeah, this is the longest one that we've gotten into so far. And I
Mhm.
agree. I like the fact that this one was more so exploring the little blonde girl. We haven't had anything really to do with her yet. So this one kind of be
Yeah,
central around her and the issues with her brother. I like the fact that
you mean her
Shion,
uncle?
no, her brother that's missing,
Oh yes,
that
yeah,
got
he's has the
transferred.
issues there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Then you have the whole uncle thing and what happened to their parents. And it's a lot of moving parts in this arc, but
yeah,
it doesn't feel slow, and it doesn't feel like it's going to take long for they like really get into it. I expect them to really start getting into it the next episode. Uh, but so far, I'm already liking this one more than the last one. I don't know if I like it
yeah,
more than the first arc yet, but definitely more overall than the last one. They're off to a strong start with this one. So I'm looking
Nice.
forward to seeing where this one is going. So I'm looking forward to when we jump in on Thursday night to heck, probably close this one out for real. But it's an interesting watch. Like we
yeah,
have the twin who's now involved. I see they mentioned the cotton drifting stuff in this arc. So I feel like they're tying back to other stuff or just making it more known now that it was said and brought up in the last arc that now it's more like a regular thing now in this arc. It's just interesting how they're doing it. I'm so
yeah,
interested to get further down the line to see if and how it all kind of comes together and ties together with each more story elements they add in each story arc that we get to. So very interesting to watch. Very, very interesting to watch. And it's still creepy as all hell. Because when they get in their creepy horror bag, they don't pull no punches
no, they do
at all.
not.
At all. Uh, I'm looking forward to watching this with you all this Thursday evening. Hopefully, Noah, you can knock him out by the time that gets here, and we can
Yeah, I'll be
watch
calling
this.
about Thursday.
Awesome. So, with that being said, Gabby,
Yes.
got a topic for us this week?
Yes. Let me just pull up my details. So I think this is I'm bringing the classic question from a very old anime and manga, because both of them have similar details. But and it could lead into a few other ones, but starting specifically with this character, the character of Light Yagami from Death Note. Is he a bad or good person? Obviously, he is the villain of his story, and most people see him as bad, but there's always been a lot of Reddit posts, a lot of discourse online going about what, did he actually do it? Was he technically a bad character with what he did? Yes, he did a lot of manipulation. He's got a god complex. This man killed people, first of all, but some people say that he is good because, he only, he had good intentions. He started off just like killing, robbers or, criminals or stuff. Like, he never used the other people, but he became that. So I would like to hear y'all's opinion on this question that I've seen asked a lot on Reddit.
It's been so long since I watched Death Note. Should go back and revisit it. Yeah.
It's an oldie, but it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, until they got to the second part when it was no longer about Light and L. Then it fell off a little bit. Yeah. But I think it just depends on perspective and opinion whether you believe he was a good guy or a bad guy. I can see the argument for either side, people thinking he was good, and I can see the other side where people say he was, an absolute terror. I think it's just as simple as that for me. It just all depends on how you see the world and what you believe in to decide on whether he was.
Give us an answer. Give us that wishy-washy. If you like it, if you don't like it, what do you think?
From what I can remember of it, like I said, I've not watched it since forever.
Mm-hmm. But you can remember enough about his personality, why he killed, the reasons he did the stuff he did, whether or not he enjoyed it, all that different stuff.
I mean, I can give you my answer just right off the bat. I think he was evil. I think he had a god complex right off the bat, even if he said and does only killing criminals and like robbers. He had a god complex from the start. There's no way he didn't. He had that kind of personality around him. He was always doing it selfishly. There were no acts where he kind of had it where he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this for the good. It's like, you're not. You wanted to create crime for utopia. You know that is not possible. Utopias don't exist. So you just wanted to selfishly play control with the world. I don't see him as any part of a good character. Maybe if he had never fallen into the Death Note, he would have been a good normal person. But the Death Note was the trigger to his true personality, really.
I feel like also like the purpose of the story was to show and create a person who would be evil. Like I feel like that was the purpose of the story. Like it was, and also initially, this is why I think he's objectively evil. Who approached him and gave him the power? A Shinigami. What is a Shinigami? A death god or a demon. They are evil. Mm-hmm. He is evil. Also, the fact that he enjoyed doing it, the fact that his dad is a cop. So if you're smart and you're looking up people who robbed, go to school to be an investigator. Like if your country also, Japan has the death penalty. So if these people needed to die, then your court would have killed them. But you're killing robbers who have done basic robberies and stuff like that. That's just murder. That's not, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's definitely evil. It's a fun topic, but was he initially? No, probably not. But once he got the power, that's what I think the purpose of the story was to show this smart kid who knew logic very well, was very pretty wholeheartedly good, had a good family, and then watch him destroy himself.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
I have to rewatch it, to be completely honest with you. Like, I forgot about the whole Utopia thing that you brought up, Gabby, and all that type of stuff. It's been probably decades since I have watched Death Note. I don't want to answer this question so bad. Like immediately, I want to say no, he's not. But I feel like there's so many elements and nuances that I have forgotten about, literally over the years.
But why? But off the bat, I want to know why you would say no. Because you still remember the generalities of it, even if you don't know the details.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. The reason he got the death note, he got it from a Shinigami. The Shinigami was watching him without interfering. He wanted to start killing people because his dad was a cop. That's how he got information and access to understand like how much crime was going on. So instead of helping his dad or killing actually people that may have escaped the death penalty or like child predators or stuff like that, he decided to kill literally everyone. And then on top of that, he enjoyed it. It don't matter what you think about murder, even if it's a person who's bad, we shouldn't enjoy it. There's some things that have like a certain level of sanctity. And murder, you know what I mean? That's something that's cherished, not murder, but like the loss of a life. And so that's like the generality of his character.
I don't just in my brain, I'm thinking maybe he was willing to become
evil,
the big bad, yes, for the greater good type of thing, and took on those responsibilities. Like I'll be that bad guy for everybody. That one initial thing to be against and hate, while I clean up everything else. Like I said, I need to watch again, but that's just
nobody knew who he was, so he wasn't taking. That's like kind of trying to be a noble role. Nobody knew who he was, so he wasn't doing anything noble. This was for him himself, his own ideals, not discussed with anybody. Like there's reasons every country has a government. It's a body of people, so multiple minds can come together and come up with the best solution. Not how we discovered that kings and queens that don't work. He was trying to be king.
To your arguments, and when he wasn't becoming that, he wasn't intending to become that big one, but he did end up becoming that kind of almost a religious figure in a way. Because we see the creation of his fans and like a fan club, and then it turns into meetings, and then it honestly by the end of the thing it becomes kind of cultist. So I could see maybe him
environment
trying to do it, but at the end when everything happened, it turned into the opposite, where that whole group is like, that's going to be an obstacle for the rest of the world now. So even if he came in with the intention of doing that, just from what happened, just the killing in general, it became something that's kind of really going to stunt a lot of things. And so further that world away from whatever utopian society he wanted, if that's what his thought process was. I don't think they ever really explained that fully.
I can tell y'all one thing. I am 1,000% watching this tonight.
We've got him in the
the first season is 10 out of 10 anime. It's one of the best.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like I said, it's been so long since I watched it. I'm not even lying.
The best thrillers, probably the best thriller in anime is season 1.
I'm this close to not watching Monday Night Raw tonight just to go back and rewatch Death Note, just so I can come back and answer this question again next week, since it's been so long since I've seen it, because I do love this question.
My whole argument for this is that he has too much power in his hands. Like you can't individually judge somebody that hard. Like usually those things come down to a body, a court, a judge, and then a long procedure and years before someone is executed or given the death penalty. So for you to just decide that on the spot without we don't know what type of emotions you're going through. And from an anime standpoint, you could say like Eren Yeager's a good person or this person's a good person. But then when you think about it factually, people also change. So this person could have been bad at this point, but now he's trying to change so he can help his 3 children that are starving, which may have been the reason that he stole, but you just murdered him. So now his kids are going to starve.
Shouldn't have stole from me.
Shouldn't have stole from you. He didn't steal from you. It wasn't involving you. So nah, he's definitely evil as hell. But it's a fun topic for sure.
It is. It is a really good topic. Yeah, I'm definitely about to start watching that like as soon as
I look forward to your revised answer next week.
Oh yes, I'm still looking up. I'm looking like, is it on Plex? There it is, right there. Okay,
you got Netflix.
Thank you. I need to put that back on my phone and on my Xbox too. I keep forgetting to do that. I just have it on my desktop right now. Now that I have Netflix again. No, but that was great, Gabs. Appreciate that.
Yay.
All right, let us get into our top animes of the week. Our top 3s. You know, it's funny, Noah. I just had a conversation with Gabby, waiting for you to get in, And I told I said I had had a conversation with myself this morning that Sin, you can't watch everything. Stop trying. I get it.
Thank you. I'm glad. Because I'm
trying.
like sitting here, this man's telling me about this and this and this and this. I'm like, first of all, this is what I do. Since you a new seasonal watcher, I'll give you the tea. All right.
I'm
This is
I'm
what I
getting
do.
there. I'm used to binging.
Learn us.
I'll watch like we did. That's why I said we were doing a little late on our reviews of what we're going to watch for the season.
Yeah.
That stuff, Benny and I usually sit down and we'll just take an hour and watch them all like a month before everything comes out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm super pressed on new anime, right? So I'll just see what's coming out, what's fun, what looks good. And then I'll like kind of remember them in my head. Not really write anything down, kind of remember. And then when it comes out, I'll watch just the first episode of things that look appealing. So off the bat, I know if it's going to be a romance. No dip to romances, but they need multiple seasons to finish. We know how long it takes to get multiple seasons of an anime. I can be fulfilled with one season of some cute isekai with good action and a fun story and cool characters, right? But if I get a good romance with one season, I'm going to want a season 2. And it's going to be a long time before I get it. So oftentimes I'll pick the really well produced romances like Losing Too Many Heroines, Aaliyah and Russian, Nina the Starry Bride, Pak Theory Diaries, and I'll say, okay, I'm gonna check these out. And then usually they're good. And then I follow with those. But then the other ones, the ones that I'll be frivolous with will be like the isekais, the fantasies, because I know usually they have something to offer. You know what I mean? Also, they're enjoyable to talk about because, let's be honest, people like action more than romance. So no dig to romance once again.
Not at all. Not at all.
Like my romance.
When it comes to anime, it's action. Then it's
so that's because I was just going through this week and I was sitting down catching up on all the weeklies, like watching up to episode 3. And then there was one I watched and I was like 2 seconds in, I was like, nope, get out of here. Next one I was watching, I was like, okay, this is fire, but we gotta wait till episode 2. And that's when I texted in the chat. I was like, okay, after episode 2, this one's a lock because I thought it wasn't. And that's kind of how I'll do the seasonal, because you definitely can't.
No,
they literally drop like 60.
Yeah, I can't, like, between wrestling chat, between everything we have going with Loading Snacks, there's too much stuff that I need to watch that I can't sit here and watch everything that drops. As much as I would like to for the sake of the pod, it's just not feasible. Yeah. So I had to look at my list. I was starting stuff, then like 5 minutes in, I was like, not even 5 minutes, probably like 60 seconds in, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. Like,
I just think, am I truly going to lock in on this, or am I passing the time watching this? Yeah, like, it may be enjoyable, but if I'm not locked in on it, what am I doing? Because I'm not going to remember this. If it's a AAA and the first few episodes are boring, I know I can let it eat. But if it's one of those poorly animated and it may be good, that's not worth my time, man. They make so much trash anime now. Yeah.
So, like, for me, like, Honey Lemon Soda, it's cool and everything. I'm pretty sure it'll pick up later.
That was actually one of the ones I was looking at.
But I can't. But like I can't do this every week. Red Ranger Goes to Another World. I've watched the first episode of that. I like the CG anime in it. No, don't need it.
It was awful. I thought it was the first up.
But I did. I enjoyed it, especially how they're.
I'm gonna watch it. That's one of the trash, forgettable ones that I watch.
The Power Ranger element to it. Like, I love the fact, like, when he beats people, they blow up randomly, just like in the Power Ranger episode. And she's like, why does that keep happening? That makes no sense. Like, stuff like that. I found funny about it, but I can let that.
What'd you think of the Megazord? I almost freaked out when I saw the Megazord.
Trash.
What do you mean trash? I was hyped to see it.
I'm not a Power Ranger guy. Jones could be hyped to see that. It was all computer animated. I was like,
But that's how it looked in Power Rangers. It looked trash as fucking Power Rangers. It did. So it's like anytime I see Megazord, I'm just like, this is the trash. Even when I was a kid, I was like, this is bad.
This is the good trash. It's like a bad sci-fi movie. Good trash.
When did Power Rangers come out? Like 70s, 80s?
Yes. Well, probably originally in Japan, but I think we didn't get it until like the 90s.
Okay, so when I was a kid, I was watching like late 90s, early 2000s. And I still thought it looked ugly as heck, but I thought it was cool as heck. So when I saw the Megazord, I was like, dope. But then when I saw they got Isekai, I was like, bro, can we get a regular Power Rangers anime? Why we get the Minion first and Ranger Reject? He's not even part of the crew. And now we get this dude who's lost his whole crew. Yeah. Like, bro, can I just get Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Like,
maybe if they pick up and get some traction, who knows? Maybe somebody will do one. You know what I mean? And when you think about it, as long as Power Rangers been around, it hasn't been like just a straight up Power Rangers anime. That's kind of crazy.
Where is it? It's and make it good animation and make it a little adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Okay.
welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. I like the first episode, but that's one of those ones you just got to sit on the back burner for now. Like I get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Same thing with Medica's impervious to my charm. Like the first episode, but I need to lock in on certain things, so I got to put that one to the back burner for now. But I did check out. Oh, and the other one I'm putting to the back burner is what's the one I like the first episode of? The I Have a Crush at Work. That one, like,
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed the first episode, but that was still on the back burner. My Happy Marriage and Apothecaries. I'm about to add those to my list because I did binge.
Let's go.
I got to finish. I binged season 1 of My Happy Marriage, and I'm almost finished with Apothecary, so I can just start those right away. So I'll keep up with those. One that I'm actually enjoying a lot more than I thought was I hate the girl. I'm married to the girl in my classroom that I hate. It's actually just fun and cute and just silly. That it's just I don't know, kind of comfort food kind of to watch. So I'm gonna keep up with that one. That was a pretty solid week for that one. I didn't get a chance to see Zenshu. I didn't get a chance. I watched the second episode, which I like. I didn't get a chance to see episode 3. Momentary
Yo, not to cut
Lily.
you off. Is
Yeah.
your mic ashore?
Yes.
That's what you got?
Yeah.
I wasn't. I would have recommended you that one. I didn't think you was willing to spend anything more than a few hundred. That's why I recommended you the one I did.
Well, as I was
Sorry
looking
to
at
cut
that
y'all
one,
off, y'all. Just know.
sorry. No,
He
as
said,
I was
"Hold on."
looking at that one, it seemed like I would need more stuff for my setup to get it to work.
Is that an
And-
XLR mic? It plugs in with the USB?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, the other one didn't. So I didn't have.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I know. The Shure I thought you had doesn't either. That's why I haven't seen that one before. But okay.
yeah.
No,
So
but
like this one worked perfectly.
that company is great. Yeah.
Yeah, but Momentary Lily, that was a good episode this week. Not a lot of action, but just like some backstory, some character building, that type of stuff. Solid episode. I'll say my number 3 this week is I may be a good receptionist, but I'll kill anybody to clock out because of overtime. I love this main character so much. I love her personality. I like how she doesn't take no shit from nobody, and she will talk her trash, call him out, ready to throw hands with him in a heartbeat. She just does not want to work
stronger than
overtime.
everybody.
Yeah, she just does not want to work overtime. So that's my number 3.
Don't
My
blame her.
number 2, Solo Leveling. Yeah, my man is he's back in that dungeon, scaling it right now. Peak, love it. Number 1 was Sakamoto Days. I enjoyed the introduction of the new character. We got some background this week on why he doesn't kill anybody because his wife is crazy. And yeah, but that's number 1 for me. Sakamoto Days, followed by Solo, followed by I may be a good receptionist for myself this week. My top 3s. What about either one of you?
You go next, Gabby.
Okay. So yeah, as Sin said at the beginning, before you came, Noah, we were like, "Hey, we're watching way too much." And after cutting my list down, I still have a number of things on here. But
I was quite
don't-
proud of y'all when
I'm
I
not gonna
heard how
drop
many
them
y'all was
all.
watching. I was like, "Damn, y'all watching!" I'm like, "This." I
I
was
had
like, "I
15
wasn't
on my
planning."
list.
Right?
15.
That's crazy.
I mean,
See,
I
I
still got
usually
about
try and
10.
have like 4. We have the weeklies. I don't count the weeklies. Those
Right.
are all the ones I watch. But outside of those, I'll have like 4.
Yeah, I was getting out of control.
I was like,
this had to stop.
"Damn."
This had to slow
I
down.
was like,
There were a lot that looked good and a lot that still look good, but ones that
Mhm.
I'm not going to keep up with. Ones that I've just dropped completely and I don't know if I'll go back to are Promise of Wizard, I Want to Escape Princess Lessons, and Welcome to Japan, Mrs. Elf. I don't know if I'll ever go back to those 3.
I was gonna check.
I was
out
trying to
Promised Wizard.
watch those episodes and I was 5 minutes in and I'm like, I'm bored. I don't want to pay attention to this. 2 maybes that I'll probably come back to, but just don't want to watch now. I'd rather watch them in completion is Headhunter to Another World. I really did love it, but it's probably got the stereotypical isekai more so than others this season. And then Impervious to My Charm as well. I'll come back to it once it's done. It's cute. Not the vibe currently. But I watched Pharmagia is still great, and I absolutely love it. I am
forgot to
loving the
watch that one.
game,
I forgot all
and
about
I
that this
can't
week.
wait for more. I am in love with it.
Oh, you
And it
started the
might just,
game?
yeah.
How
It
is
might
it?
just be the fairy tale nostalgia, but I love the game just like I love the anime. It's fun.
Okay.
I like it. It's like farming and monster combat, so I
Mhm.
enjoy both of
Okay.
those things. So
Okay.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not bad about that. I watched Gold Receptionist as well. I will say, out of all the ones that I've watched, this is one of the two that might be going away, and I'll watch it later. Not going to drop it completely, but depending on how I feel with all the other ones, still love it. The only thing keeping me in it right now is the romance between her and the Silver Sword guy. That could be possible. So that's the only thing keeping me in it,
What? I
really.
hate that guy.
I love them.
I hate that guy. I was literally thinking in my head, I was like, bro, if she starts doing romance with the guy, I might drop this shit. I hate that guy.
I
so
want the
bad.
romance. What do you mean? What's
But
wrong with him?
I want her to keep
he
curving
literally
it.
I hate characters that are annoying, and he's annoying. He's
I
just
don't
like
think he's
showing up,
annoying.
like being annoying, keeps pressing. It's not smooth. It's just annoying. And then he's just there. And then I don't know. I don't know if she will, but if she does, I definitely am gonna drop
No,
it.
I'm with you.
I could.
I like the
I
way
think
they're
it's
at now.
coming,
I don't
so
want to
I
see it.
think you might drop it.
I don't
I
want to see
like
them get a romance
friends,
again.
but yeah, them as friends, but a romance, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't want to. I
I
don't want to
want a
see that between them.
romance.
Something
Um,
major has to happen for me to be like, okay, this can be a thing. But right now, no. I like where they're at right
Yeah.
now.
But
well, I
I'm
also
but
watched
that's just me.
Sakamoto Days. As funny as
Mhm.
always. I'm really gonna enjoy this show. Um, the two alchemists and appraiser isekais, possibly the greatest alchemist. Still perfect. I love it. I can't wait for next episode. And then,
Possibly the greatest alchemist. I watched it. It was
yes,
so good. It
it's
was
so
so
good,
good.
right? He's
I
got
was
all
like,
that stuff.
bruh,
The
when he
spider,
first
the
picked his
little
power.
spider
Oh,
pet.
the spider, yes. When he
Mhm.
first picked his power, I'm like, bruh, you have mage, warrior, and archer. Why are you gonna pick alchemist? Or what did he pick?
I
I don't know
would
what
pick
he picked.
alchemist.
He picked alchemist. Well, you might, but I want to go fight a dragon. I don't want to damn. He didn't
I
even
see.
want to do that. He wanted to like just live the chill life, but he ended up fighting.
But that's what
And
I
I'm
want
just,
to do. I'm the person in Minecraft that builds the house and starts the flower garden.
I'm in a fantasy world, Gabby. I gotta slay a fucking dragon. I'm not coming
I
to
want to see
fantasy
what kind
world
of
to do
food
what
they
I do
have.
here. I can build a house here and a garden
Yeah, but I
I'll
can
be
build the house
proficient with a
there
bow and
without
arrow.
spending $1 million.
with
Here, I have to
magic.
sell a kidney or 5.
I can do it there, but with magic. I can't fight a dragon here.
Exactly.
Hey, look, next time I get an RPG and I get the name characters, I know where I'm putting y'all on the classes.
Oh.
This is too funny.
No, but it's good.
Building my
That's
freaking
why I
house.
like. That's why I'll look through those trashy fantasy and isekai because I look for the
Mhm.
concepts, not necessarily the
Yeah.
animation or anything.
Mhm.
But if I'm gonna watch, because I really enjoy just watching. Most of what I watch
Yeah.
is anime. So when I'll have those ones, it's just like a new concept this week. Like one they had a concept, standing on a million lives, which was super dark but super basic animation. Every time he got isekai, he finished a mission, fell in love, and then goes back to his life. Gets called back to the other world, goes to see the girl he fell in love with, and he's like, "It's been, you know, a couple weeks. It's nice to see you again." Blah blah blah. And she's like, "Oh, I think you're talking about my mom."
Oh, see that?
Yeah, bro.
I like the
That's
idea of that.
it was dark as hell. Then they start playing this dark
Cool.
music. I'm like, whoa! He just fell in love for like 8 episodes and left. Came back. That's a little spoiler, sorry, but it's called "I'm Standing
Right.
on a Million Lives," and he basically
I'll
has
have
a
to check
million
that
lives.
out.
Yeah.
And then he
I'm looking
comes
at it right
back,
now.
and then his wife is gone, and then the daughter is there, and then he goes back and comes back again, and like the daughter is a grandmother, so every time he comes back, it's like 50 years have gone by. It was very
Wow.
interesting. So I like those little concepts, and Archmage
Yeah.
is definitely one. Sorry to cut you off. Keep going.
No, you're perfect. Fine. So yeah, Grey's Alchemist, Bogus Skill Fruit Master, also another good one that I am still in love with. I really like that we have Lena's character in here now.
Why she
And
get
I'm
slapped
like,
like that? I was so mad.
right? Why are
I
you
was so-
slapping her?
He
She
slapped
should
the
slap
shit out
him
of me.
back.
I was so mad.
And then I love that the man beat them with a broom.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, let's go.
He beat the top adventurer with a broom. I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna win this.
He's got it. He's got it.
He
He's
won
good.
that.
He's fantastic.
That was great.
romance I've watched. Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You. For some reason, it didn't register to me that this was a reverse harem anime where it's the one girl who has like 4 guy childhood best friends. I don't think all of them are in love with her. I'm not sure, but one definitely is. It's cute. It's okay. I have a feeling I'm gonna drop it if the next episode doesn't catch me.
Okay. What's it called?
But Honey Lemon Soda has me hooked. I'm continuing to watch that until the
that
very
one's
end.
fire. Yes.
I will never.
That's good so far. Yeah,
It's
Yes.
perfect. I love it. Then of course Dr. Stone, Apothecary Diaries, and Solo Leveling all got me. But going from top down, number one, and I feel like this is going to be my number one every single week, is Toda Bound Hanako-kun. I am in love with this series so much because I forgot about this part and it happened in this episode and I screamed and I cried. And I really just love this series so much. It's a good series for me. So that's my top one.
Okay.
So Solo Leveling number 2, and then I'm gonna have to give Dr. Stone my number 3 for this week, just because we're getting some of those lull episodes, and I really do have a soft spot for some of the lull episodes in between arcs. And right now we're on the boat trying to go to America and get corn, and it's just fun. I love these characters so much.
And all that slice of life stuff is canon too, like the little
exactly. So that's why
I'm pretty sure that beer wasn't it non. Did you read? Wasn't it non-alcoholic beer? I'm pretty sure
that was alcoholic beer, but they were making beer on They made non-alcoholic drinks for other people that weren't drinking, but they did make an alcoholic beer on the ship.
I swear when they were drinking,
they did make a non-alcoholic beer.
Okay, because I swear when they were drinking, someone was like, "It's non-alcoholic," and they were like, "Oh, I swear I thought that." And the cocktails I thought were non-alcoholic, but
those were non-alcoholic.
Yeah, the little cocktails that.
No, I mean in the manga.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure. I thought that was the case, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I'm mad at myself. There's one anime I forgot about this week. I forgot about my Doctor anime. I need to catch up because I really like that one.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, it was a good episode of the week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But that's my list.
What's your top 3 though, Gabby?
You just said it was
It was Tola Bound.
You did. I'm sorry.
Solo Leveling, and then Dr. Stone.
Okay. What'd you think of Solo Leveling?
It was amazing.
Let's hear it.
It was so good. Again, this man is absolutely insane, crazy. With all of he's like, I couldn't get this monster to be my shadow demon, and I'm like, he's so upset. And then climbing the levels through this, through that I'm calling it the Hellscape Tower. I can't remember what the actual name.
Demon Castle.
Yeah.
Demon Castle. Thank you. That was really cool. Interesting how he kind of got that far. And we've got 2 of the items for the Elixir of Life, so interested to see what he's like. Is it going to take us a little longer to get that last one?
I'm so glad he's back here going for that elixir.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Mm-hmm.
I need him to save moms.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I really liked it. Story's getting good. I mean, it's always been good, but now it's like we're getting more characters involved, and it's really getting good.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the story really starts.
Okay.
That being said, we talked about a couple that I watched that y'all said. I also watched Orb. Amazing. Probably I've said this like 4 times, but they haven't missed. This is Anime of the Year talk, and it's probably the best episode they've had so far. They introduced the next set of characters. Like I said,
remember.
Little spoiler alert, but not really. This is one of those progressive stories where the main character dies like to your eternity and continues on with another character. So they've introduced the next set of MCs, and locked in for when the next episode drops on Sunday.
Okay.
Or on actually.
I told myself I'm catching up on that before. I'll try this week. I got Death Note to knock out first, but I want to catch up.
It's so dark, but it's just such an interesting. It's just such an interesting story. The characters are so well done. The art is so good. The animation is good, and it just goes to show that like you don't need top tier crazy animation. You don't need fights if your writing is good, and this writing is incredible. So it's absolutely
as long as it looks decent, you know what I'm saying. But you have a strong story, that can carry.
That's right. Blue Lock is a prime example.
I was just thinking that.
Other than that, I did watch Fruit Master. That's dope.
Isn't
Um,
it? It's so good.
I love his little, what's her name? Violet, Isla,
Alina, Alaya, something like
Alaya,
that.
something like that. I love
Yeah,
her. She's adorable.
she is
Um,
so cute.
I love when you have like a little mini companion that's like still
Yeah,
capable.
yeah.
Um,
She's like, his skill, and this is his skill, and this is his skill. That's nice, but watch out.
they're like, "Are you taking this little girl with you on this mission?" He's like, "Yeah, she got it. She got a skill." They're
She's good.
like, "All
What?
right." They're like, "Somebody
Okay.
call CPS."
Which one is one? Fruit Master?
Yeah,
Fruit Master, yep.
this
The
is the one
Fruit
Marcus
Master.
recommended.
hmm And then I did watch Dr. Stone. It was great. Um, I like this. I like this, but I'm just ever so disappointed that the animation never got the upgrade it deserves. But this week was all slice of life stuff where stills
Mm.
belong, so it was great. I
I
enjoyed
was
it.
a
I'm
big
glad it's
fan
back.
of all the casino things that had happened in that one episode.
Yes,
I don't think that was this week. That was last week's episode, but it was so funny. I loved it.
yes, that was great.
Oh well,
Yep. And once
Kohaku is
again,
probably one of my favorite characters.
same. Yep, definitely. And once again, this stuff happens all in the manga. Like all that little slice of life stuff, the little corny
Mhm.
stuff is all in the manga. So it's cool to see it and how they do it. I watched Zenshu. The third episode was great. The backgrounds and just character designs in the story are good. The main character is pretty cool. She's getting her personality out. She's not as shy anymore. So
Mhm.
hopefully we'll see some action in the next few episodes. That'll be cool. Kenshin was amazing as it always is,
Mhm.
and just this new fight and what they're doing with they chopped a few episodes up and put them together of the old stuff, but man, they're doing the pacing so well on this remake. Um, the story with Aoshi is the sad story with Misao and how he abandoned them and then beat up their
Yeah.
granddad.
Yeah.
You know that meme where dude's on the ground getting beat up and he's like, it's it was one dude, but he's like, it looked like 6 niggas. When he did that final slash on her grandpa, I
Yeah.
just know it's 6 swords. And he got
Yeah, he
chopped
punished
up.
him. Yeah, punished him.
It was a great episode though. I really can't wait to see this next fight because now we got if you remember, you got Shishio's minions that are gonna go out and they're gonna fight. And so this is gonna be
Mhm.
like the prerequisite battle before we get to Shishio. So I'm
Yeah.
really hyped for this part.
Yeah.
So that was great. Ubel Blatt was really dope. Second
It
episode.
was.
I really
It
like the
was.
MC.
It's cool.
I'm not really a fan of stories that start super far that feel like they've started far into the lore. Like this one or Freerin, for example. But
Mhm.
the way that Freerin did it was well. The way that this one does it was really good. So I do recommend this one heavily.
Mhm.
100 Girlfriends episode 2 was kind of boring. What was it? It was a food eating competition because the new girl is a hungry girl, and anything that she sees can trigger some hunger that'll make her have a bottomless stomach. So she won the food competition, but it was
Interesting.
kind of boring. It was kind of
Okay.
boring.
I think that's another one.
Probably
I'm gonna let cook and just when it's all done, just knock it all out in one sitting.
probably their worst episode so far, but not as
Ooh.
in like not good. Just like
Yeah.
their other stuff is so funny that this
Odd.
one just wasn't that funny. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Mhm.
exactly. Other than that, we watched possibly the greatest Alchemist. Oh, the one I was trying to recommend to y'all. The reason I don't see it is because it's on my Crunchyroll and I hear is I left my A rank party. Hold on, I have it right here. I left my A rank party. Yeah, there we go. I left my A rank party to help my former students reach the dungeon depths. And this one is really cool. Y'all look at this cover art on Crunchyroll real quick. I left my A rank party.
Oh, that's pretty.
What do y'all notice about these 3 girls? Do y'all recognize them from any other anime? Because I'm sitting here watching, And I'm like, they look awfully a lot like another isekai characters. This isn't an isekai, by the way. This isn't. I've been watching so many, I can't remember who's revived and who's not. This isn't
This
an
is true.
isekai, it's a fantasy. You see him, Lo?
I'm looking at him.
Why is that Eris, Sylphie, and what's her name from Mashuko Tensei?
I can see it. I can see it.
Now, this cover art, they look a lot taller, but you've got the short blue haired girl with the staff. You've got the elf girl, she's a little bit off, and then you've got the fiery red haired girl. They clearly know what they're doing with these characters. They 100% look exactly like the three wives or three girls in Mushoku Tensei.
That's funny.
One wife and two other girls.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. It's literally all three of them the more I look at it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is all three of the girls, bro. They knew what they were doing. They're like subconscious marketing. I'm telling you, bro. But this one had B tier animation until the end of the second episode. We jumped up to like A+, not quite S, but A+. Was a really, that's when I messaged y'all again, like, whoa, this looks good. This one has a cool concept. Once again, this was one where I was like, the concept is much better than the art. And it's basically, he's A rank or B rank, and he's like a facilitating mage, a red mage. So like from Final Fantasy, they only boost and they do little bits of damage. And he basically is mistreated by his party. So he leaves his party. And then as he's trying to find a new party, he sees some students that he was training and decides to join their party. And he's like, why not? And so, or they request that he joins their party. So now these are some newbies, and he's going through these dungeons with them, absolutely torching these dungeons. And they're going through, you know what I mean? They just got like basic magic, a sword, and like basic stuff. And he's coming through like, I can refresh your mana. I can boost your MP. I can boost your lightweight. I can make you stronger. And they're like, yo, I've never cleared a dungeon this easy. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually a really cool concept. And he's like, he comes in and plays big brother to these three girls who are in a party already. And their characters they're not great, but they're not bad. They're definitely better than other like notorious talker side characters, for example. They're better than those.
Okay.
So I recommend this one. I definitely say check it out. It was really cool. Weekly.
I will check it out this week.
That being said, my top three are Soul Leveling number 1, which I'm about to talk about. Number 2 would have to be Kenshin. And then number 3, what else did we watch this week?
Uber Sakamoto Days, Dr. Stone,
Stone, Kenshin.
Alchemist.
No, I mean for the weeklies. Yes. So my third is Sakamoto Days. Actually, that's hard. My third is Orb, not Sakamoto Days. So Sakamoto Days made me mad because they cut stuff. Soul Leveling. Beautiful, amazing. But out of 15 episodes, this is my first episode where as source content reader, I'm quite disappointed. They cut out a lot of shit. And I know from watching it, it looks beautiful. But like Gabby said, the new characters are coming in. They're starting to develop. And the fun stuff that made me love these characters was like the little tiny dialogue moments, tiny conversations, and they're cutting them out. By this point, you are kind of seeing a lot of different characters come in, but it's still kind of tunnel visioned on Sung Jin Woo because the pacing is so quick. So I feel like those dialogue moments are needed because it gives these characters a soul to say, okay, I remember this guy. I remember that guy. Not he's just over there. Which is why I was upset that they cut a little conversation about the guy who blocked the 2 hands from the S rank, because that's a big feat. That was 2 S ranks. So, you know what I mean? I feel like it's important to keep showing him because he's stronger than your regular A rank because he's only A rank. But things that were cut were conversation when they got outside of the dungeon with Yojin and Sung Jin Woo. They were talking and Sung Jin Woo talks to Yojin and he's like, you're not wearing as much armor anymore because, you know, he only had like the chest piece and the hat. And he's like, you can tell that he now trusts Sung Jin Woo. I don't remember what else they said, but they had a whole nother conversation outside. Earlier in the show, he gave him the brother moment, which was really dope, where he's like, I'll be your big brother.
Yeah.
That was really dope.
I was
And
really
his
happy about that moment.
Yes, that was definitely dope. I don't mean to say it as if they've missed, but I just feel like those little attentions to detail are super important to what solo leveling is, because right now it still is just screaming dungeon crawler, and it's given us some plot points. So first we saw he has a dad. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Who's
that was a
apparently
big thing.
who's a monster.
Who's apparently a monster.
Yeah.
Because
Been
we see
locked in
that
a dungeon
S rank
for 15 years.
for,
He
was it
came
15
down.
or 10? Yeah, 15, right?
Was it 10?
I can't remember now. I'm
It
confused.
was
gotta
10 or
watch it.
15.
One of those. It was a long ass time.
Yeah, because brother that came over from America with the
Who's still trying to
husband
find
or
Sung
whatever.
Ji-woo for
Yeah,
killing
like
his brother, who tried to
he-
kill him.
he got put down. Bang.
Now, we know the S ranks are far and above even A ranks. Like, they're really OP. Even them swinging their arm and what you saw is nothing compared to what they really do. So, him being strong, if he's S rank, they only have 7 in Japan, they said. How strong is Sung Ji-woo's dad? That means he's
He's up there.
rank.
He's up there somewhere.
He made him look like a little boy.
God.
So
We
now
talked
what
a
did
lot
he
of
say?
trash, bro.
He said, do you guys know about the gates? All you know about the gates is the surface. There's a lot more to the gates, right? Sung Jin-woo is very close to saving his mother, right? So the main goal of the series is to save his mom at the moment. So now, if he saves his mom by the pacing this is going, he's gonna save his mom before these 12 episodes are over. So if that's the case,
next episode.
What's gonna be the new goal, right? So that's I just want to put that in your head,
right?
His dad, whatever's going on, to present y'all with some things to think about. But other than that, they also didn't add as much stuff with the shadows, which I think is interesting. For example, remember when Yojin came in and he's like, I feel like I've lost my place. Can you at least let me collect? At that point, the guy he killed, which is Kim Chul, the tank guy, he comes over and he's like, here, bro, have some of mine. Because, you know, he's funny now. Like, he was kept banging the dead corpse. Like, that's his thing. He's funny now. So he offers him some. And then he's like, no, bro, I'm good. Like, you've already picked him up. And so he turns away and he looks sad. And then the other mages look over at him and they're like, we'll clap for you. And he's like, yeah, I caught some crystals. And it's like little stuff like that shows you Sung Jin-woo, Yojin, and the shadows are like a family now. And Sung Jin-woo's like the dad. You know what I mean? And that kind of like gives them soul, gives these characters life. And I feel
you saw a little bit of it.
A little bit they did, yeah.
A little bit when defeated, and the mage just did cheer, and the each guy was like, "I'm just going over here. I don't."
Yeah.
So you can see a little bit, but it would have been nice now that I know there's more of that. It would have been nice to see more of that.
Yeah,
agreed.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying this. I'm discussing this obviously because it's a podcast, but I'm not saying to say it's a bad job. It's still really enjoyable. But I will say that this was I haven't read it. I've read it twice, but I haven't read it in a year since the first season came out when I finished it again. But this was the first time it was noticeable that content was missing.
Okay.
And I was like, all right. But what makes me really upset is that I just hope this doesn't continue. Maybe they want to rush through the Demon Gate because Demon Gate is fast. And one more thing. I want them to pay more attention to the abilities because the abilities are super important to what Sung Jin-woo does. Remember when he was moving the sword through all of them, like telepathically? That's Ruler's hand, and that came from Igris. And I'm not sure if that's common knowledge, but they show that because when Sung Jin-woo fights, he doesn't have technique. Like, he just got power. So the way he fights is using his different abilities, super speed, mana, all that different stuff. That's how he beat Igris. That's how he beat the Ice Elf. So, for example, when he throws his weapon, he can recall it back with Ruler's authority, which is basically moving it telepathically.
Telepathically.
Right. Take your time. You got it. There you go. Take your time. You get through it.
How many of us
almost tied up Gabby? I'm a broke Gabby ankles.
Cross the road with that one.
No, but then remember when he fought the Ice Elf, he stepped on his sword. He can cast it and then he can decast it. Because remember when he fought the dude's brother, he was like, where do you get that knife from? He pulled it from his damn inventory. So like that's important to know because the way he uses his skills is how he wins these fights. And I feel like they'll just show you an ability and then remove it. I'm like, even if the scene has to keep going, leave the ability on the bottom so people can lock in. This is what it does. Because when he got that orb, he handed it to a mage, looked at a building and said fire. The mage blew the building up and he's like, damn. So that orb really does damage. So it's like showing you, okay, each item he gets is affecting him greatly. It's not just like, okay, I got this item. That's why he's strong, is because of the item. And so that's my complaints. But other than that, it's still my top episode of the week. Just probably out of bias. And it still looks beautiful. Everything they're doing is great. This Demon Castle and what they're doing and what's coming up, I'm so excited for people to see and how they do it. But I just had to break that down because I was a little upset.
That's all good.
And I wanted to vent to y'all. So
vent away, dear.
Yeah,
vent away.
Appreciate it. Yeah. But I think all around some
That's
solid top 3 choices. All around, I would say. Looking forward to seeing where these episodes go next week.
Saturday is back to peak, man.
All right. So before we get out of here, does anybody have anything on the chopping block that we need to discuss?
I had a topic and I forgot.
I know you did last week.
I had one and I was like, this would be a good one. And I usually write down my thoughts when I do that, but I didn't this week. So I don't think I do.
Anything you have on the chopping block, Gabby?
I have one. Kind of.
Not fully together with it yet?
Not.
I have something to present while you think.
Yeah.
So we already dropped the ball on this, or not dropped the ball. That's the wrong terminology. We already dropped this idea, but we need to start a manga, and you need to read, and then we can discuss what we have read.
Oh yeah.
We also could read a weekly and discuss a weekly. I have offered Boruto and Chainsaw Man, and I want to hear y'all's input on that. I really think Chainsaw Man is a great one because their weeklies are crazy. Like Fujimoto, what y'all have seen is nothing. So when y'all get in, it's just going to be so fun to discuss every week. We'll have to make a spoiler section. I was going to help you with the timestamps this week too, so that people will know to skip because a lot of people won't be weekly. But for us, it would be fun to read 1 or 2 and then have one that we're keeping up with weekly that we just discuss a chapter.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
And you don't have to rush, though.
No, I'm just.
Okay. You don't have to rush them. Like if it takes you a month to catch up to something, it's fine.
Okay. Because I'm getting. I got 2 chapters of what's that? Bug Ego. Yeah. All right, 2 more chapters of that to read.
He's getting used to reading.
Yeah.
He's getting used to reading.
Well, I had forgot it was there until he just said that. It's like, oh, that's right. I got to show that jump.
Oh, look what came out today. See, we could have read it this morning and then discussed it. That came out today.
But yeah, we got hone in on which one, whether it's going to be Boruto or whether it's going to be Chainsaw Man or whatever. We can definitely do that. Hone in on one to watch and discuss about. I'm completely down with that. Yeah. But with that being said, we got something new to add to the repertoire that's going to be coming to all you people out there. So y'all know what it is. Thursdays, 10 a.m. This episode will be dropping for you guys. And 9:30 in the Discord, Thursday evenings, we will be watching the next episodes of Higurashi. What's that? Like 10, I think, through 12 or 13. 12? Yeah, 10 to 12 this week.
Isn't there 24 episodes or there's only 12?
Yeah. No, it's like 26. Yeah, it's a it's a long one. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. So until next week, we're gonna get out of here, and I'm about to go start Death Note in probably like an hour. I gotta do some research on where I can find that. Let's just leave it that way. Like you said, it's on Netflix. Netflix. Yes, I can go there. Yep. So I'm gonna jump on and take care of that. We will be back next week to talk to you guys again. So until then, we will catch you all later. Deuces.
Bye.
Loading snacks.